Good morning, student. Now I am continue here. Till last video, we have discussed, students, about the conservation of minerals and hazards of minings. Today we are going to discuss the energy resource. My dear students, if we classified the energy resources, we classified it as a conventional and non-conventional source of energy. First of all, you have to see what is conventional source of energy. My dear student, conventional source of energy we refer to those energy which we have been using since a long period of time. Okay, like the firewood. आप firewood को कह सकते हो, पेट्रोलियम को कह सकते हो. Such energy which we have been using since a long period of time. Okay, so such energy, student, is called conventional source of energy. It produces mass energy for the economic purpose and day-to-day use. Okay, it provide energy after burning. That is why it also cause the pollution. Okay, and whereas non-conventional source of energy is used is referred, students. So non-conventional source of energy we refer to those energy which we have learned recently to use. ओके जो हमने हाल फिलहाल में इसका यूज करना सीखा है स्टूडेंट्स. ठीक है, आप जियोथर्मल पावर को ले सकते हैं, बायोमास को ले सकते हैं, सोलर एनर्जी को ले सकते हैं. दिस आर एनर्जी वी रेफर्स दैट वी हैव यूज रिसेंटली. तो दिस इज द डिफरेंसेस स्टूडेंट्स दैट वी नोटिस बिटवीन द कन्वेंशनल एंड अनकन्वेंशनल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, अब now student, we particularly if we discuss about the conventional source of energy, first we take the coal. My dear students, we must know in India coal is the main source of energy and accounts for about 68% of the country's commercial requirement that we get through the coal students. ठीक है, तो how it is formed, students? We must know it is formed due to the pressure and compression when all the living beings buried under the earth's surface and a period of time it changed into the fuel. So there are four chief types of coal, students: anthracite, bituminous, lignite and peat. In India, coal up to different age is found. Gondwana age that we refer 200 million years and tertiary age that we refers 55 million years. My dear students, the coal of Gondwana age is bituminous, anthracite, which have high quality of carbon that generate electricity. Students. Okay, let understand it through the clip. Okay.
It started off during the East India Company days when British found coal in the Raniganj coalfield along the river Damodar. At the time, the demand was not that high, but it grew with the introduction of steam locomotives in 1853. So this is the history of coal mining in India. Right now, India has a cumulative reserve of more than 300 billion tons of coal. Says who? Well, this kind of data is gathered after exploration done by the organizations like Geological Survey of India, Central Mine Planning and Design Institute, then Singareni Collieries Companies Limited and Mineral Exploration Corporation Limited. These all are government companies and the facts are based on exploration carried out up to the maximum depth of 1200 meters. So what they do is they make boreholes of 1200 meter in the land to find the thickness of the coal bed, and each borehole is 1 to 2 kilometer apart, and then they figure out the distance between the coal bed. Finally, they do a little multiplication to find the volume of coal available in a given region. Now let's look at the state-wise coal reserves in India. Before we start, I want you to understand this, that the government of India has categorized the coal resources in two types. The first one is Gondwana coal. This is due to the availability of coal in the regions of Peninsular India, which was earlier part of Gondwana land. And the second type is tertiary coal. And this is due to the availability of coal in northeastern region, which is comparatively new. So we will first locate the Gondwana coal. In this category, the first one is Jharkhand. This state is the leader in coal production and coal reserves in the country. Second one is Odisha. The third one is Madhya Pradesh. And then we have Chhattisgarh and then West Bengal, after that Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and finally Uttar Pradesh. Now let's look at the places with tertiary coal. These are found in Sikkim, Meghalaya, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, and Nagaland. So these are all the regions where coal mines are found.
Now student, you have seen through the clip. I hope that you must understand better there. Now students, see the another conventional source of energy, that is petroleum. My dear students, petroleum comes from the decay of billions of tiny one-celled marine organisms. The remains of these organisms get trapped in muddy bottom sediment in some part of the sea. As the sediments are compact under pressure, the water is squeezed out of sediment and students cell that convert it into teeny droplet, droplet. Okay, so this is the associated students with also the living organism that has been trapped under the sedimentary rocks. If we consider students petroleum, we find students that in India this is mainly found or trapped in anticlines of sandstone of the tertiary age. Okay, in India petroleum is found trapped in anticlines of sandstone of the tertiary age. Some reserve of petroleum are located in fault trap of rocks. Okay, fault traps. Okay students, at the world level, oil and natural gases students that we see are liquid and gaseous fuel best source of power generation. Okay, together called hydrocarbons. These are found in sedimentary basin of tertiary periods. Okay, these students have been first discovered in Assam Digboi. In Assam students Digboi, Narkatiyaganj, Morail. Today we see there is a vast deposit of petroleum in Krishna Valley, Krishna Basin students. Okay, so these petroleum and coal are the two major source of conventional source of energy. Again, if we see students, we find there natural gas. Okay, so it is found students along with the petroleum. It is found along with the petroleum. If we talk about the advantage of natural gas, we find students it is a clean source of energy. Its carbon dioxide emission is very low. That is why it is called eco-friendly. Okay, its carbon dioxide emission is very low, hence it is considered environment friendly and as a fuel for the present country. It is also an industrial raw material for the petrochemical industries. ठीक है, पेट्रोकेमिकल इंडस्ट्रीज को भी इनकैरेज करता है स्टूडेंट्स. जो आप देखते हैं पेट्रोकेमिकल इंडस्ट्रीज, पेंट वगैरह हो गया, फर्टिलाइजर्स वगैरह हो गया, तो यू विल फाइंड द फर्टिलाइजर इंडस्ट्रीज नियर अबाउट द रिफाइनरी बिकॉज दिस गेट द रॉ मटेरियल फ्रॉम दिस एरिया. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, तो आप देखिए मीन्स फॉर द बेटर सप्लाई students of the means natural gases in our country, Hajra Jagdishpur Bijapur pipeline, which is extended from the Mumbai High to Amritsar and cover 1700 km students. Long gas pipeline connect Bombay High and basin to Delhi and its suburbs Loni and Bahadurgarh. Okay, so these have been extended for a better supply of natural gas in our country. There are the two different types of natural gases students that we use, CNG and LPG. Okay, so you are well known students about the CNG and LPG that we use for the domestic purpose and for the industrial purpose, and CNG students we use for the running car. Okay, so these students we see get through the petroleum, natural gases and the coal. Now students we have to discuss electricity. Okay, So now you considered yourself that how electricity is produced, students, generated. Okay, so it is generated in two different way, through the hydroelectricity, through the thermal base. Hydroelectricity is what? Hydroelectricity, when we generate electricity out of water, running water, students. Okay, when the running water and by constructions of dam over a river, students, water is released over the turbine which produce electricity, and later, students, thermal electricity is generated by using coal, petroleum and natural gases. These are non-renewable and are produced from fossil fuels. Okay, so these all were the conventional source of energy, students. Now we see the non-conventional source of energy. As we have noticed that non-conventional source of energy, we refer to those energy which we have learned to use recently. Okay, these energy source include solar power, wind, tidal, geothermal, biomass and other similar sources which are very important to us. How it is important? Why non-conventional source of energy is important, students? It is because over dependence on fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gases, and these are non-renewable and limited also. Okay, there is a fear of their potential shortage in the future. चूंकि ये लिमिट है तो ये डर भी बैठा हुआ है कि भविष्य में ये समाप्त हो सकता है. द प्राइस ऑफ ऑयल एंड गैस आर राइजिंग इन द इंटरनेशनल मार्केट. आज देख लीजिए भारत की हालत, डेली डीजल पेट्रोल लगातार बढ़ रहे हैं, स्टूडेंट्स. देयर अवेलेबिलिटी हैज पॉलिटिकल कंस्ट्रेंट. पॉलिटिकली अनफ्रेंडली कंट्रीज कैन स्टॉप सप्लाई ऑफ एनी टाइम. ठीक है, चूंकि हमारे देश में होता नहीं है, अगर किसी देश के साथ हमारा विवाद होता है तो उसको रोका भी जा सकता है, स्टूडेंट्स. ठीक है, दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव टू जनरेट द नॉन कन्वेंशनल सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. ओके, तो फर्स्ट वी हैव टू सी स्टूडेंट्स अबाउट द न्यूक्लियर और एटॉमिक एनर्जी. Invention of nuclear, students, power is a major achievement of the modern age. The fission of atom of uranium or thorium generate large amount of heat. Okay, this heat is used to boil water. This heat is used to boil water and make a steam. A steam rotates the generators. In this process, electricity is produced. ठीक है, and we know, students, that there is a vast deposit of uranium in Ladakh also, and if it is now extracted, and if we are able to get uranium from the Ladakh, India would be a country, students, that can produce mass energy through the nuclear power or through the atomic energy. India has very a small reserve of uranium and thorium at present. At present, India has very a small reserve of uranium and thorium. These are located in Jharkhand, Rajasthan. Monazite sand is found in abundance in Kerala. Okay, and it is a, students, means source of thorium. It is a source of thorium. India has 6 nuclear power stations, mainly located at Tarapur, Maharashtra, Rawatbhata, Rajasthan, Nanora, UP, Kalpakkam, Tamil Nadu, Kaiga, students, and Karnataka. ठीक है, तो these are the major nuclear power station, students, that we have in our country, students. Okay, so one more, students, we have to discuss about the solar energy. Okay, this is the most abundant source of energy and it has a bright future in India. It is because, students, 10 months of a year there is a bright sunshine that we experience in India. Okay, that is why we have a better future, better condition to generate the solar energy in our country, students. ठीक है, and Indian solar energy program is fairly well developed with about 7% share of the total world production, students. Besides direct use of solar energy in solar cooker and solar water heaters, India is also pursuing conversion of solar energy into thermal energy on two fronts: solar collectors and receivers. Okay, so through the photovoltaic, students, we convert the solar energy into the electrical energy. Or in India, students, it has a bright future. It is because we receive a better sunshine throughout of the years. Okay student, so this was what for the today videos. One more video students is left there, I will tell you later. Okay, have a nice day students.